respect law enforcement. Now, don't get me wrong, Larry Lincoln listeners. You know that. Everyone else knows that. But there's a line. There's a line we have. I respect the men and women who put their lives on the line for this country, for this city, for this state, for everywhere in our great country, in our great nation. But there has to be some accountability. There has to be better checking of what these officers are doing. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing, especially when she brought the grenades. Now that's where you lost me. That's where I lost my shit. I'll be honest with you there. All right, let's jump right into our question of the day. I had a question I put out on Life Invader. For those of you that don't follow me on Life Invader, the Larry Lincoln Show. You got to do it. You got to stay in touch. It's the only truth out there on Life Invader and in the news. The first question we had today was, do you feel protected by the police or oppressed? So let's take a look and see what our beloved Larry Lincoln listeners talked about today. Beans the Clown responded. He said, oppressed fully and forcibly. Amen to that. I could imagine from what I've seen, there's some wrongdoing going on law enforcement's part. Other reply we had was Grogs in the street. 3 burglary reports and not even a visit to the camp under Strawberry Bridge. Stolen gnomes returned by the fine citizens of LS. You know, I'm kind of lost on that one. Larry Lincoln listener, if you're tuning into the show, what do you mean stolen gnomes returned by the fine citizens of LS? I used to be working on the trains when I was coming up in my high school years. I used to work a lot of long nights on the rail lines, getting everything ready, loading up the rail cars too. And that statement right there kind of took me off the rails, if you're catching my drift there, Los Santos. We'll jump right into a voicemail we have, okay? This one comes from a man down in Liberty, as you know where I came from. He was referencing an old radio show I had a few weeks back before I came over to Los Santos, where I was talking about memory foam mattresses. Now, I don't know if any of you out there have memory foam, but let me tell you the good, honest truth about them is memory foam. It's in the name. They hide it in plain sight so you don't even suspect it, but memory foam, it remembers. We talk a lot about the phones. They're listening. They're selling our data. They're looking at our search histories. It's all out there. And above all, even when you're trying to sleep, they still are trying to get at you. And memory foam, let me tell you, it's trying to get those memories from you. Trying to see what's going on inside that holy place in your head known as the brain. Let's take a listen into the voicemail.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, it said wait for the beep, but anyway, what you said about memory foam on your last show, that scares the shit out of me. I got one of those memory foam beds. I think it's listening. When I black out, I bang a fat girl. And then she's not there the next day. But I know because there's a big dent there the next morning. That bed remembers. It's downloading my memories and my life every night while I sleep.
I couldn't be more aligned with what that man was saying calling in. Thank you so much for leaving that call there, Larry Lincoln listener. The foam on the mattress is remembering who was there when he even does not. Now that is some scary things. Now imagine when those mattresses become sentient. I mean, we've seen a lot of progress in the most recent years of AI. Now imagine what's going to happen if they start not only making memory foam mattresses, but what about AI foam? AI foam mattresses. Now, I think that's really where things are going to get a little bit scary, even more so than they are now. But Larry Lincoln listener, I would suggest getting rid of that memory foam mattress and just going for a normal one. What's wrong with the old springs? I mean, that's what I had when I was growing up back in the day. What was so wrong with that where we had to go to all this memory foam or smart bed technology? It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Thanks so much for calling in. And just a reminder to everyone listening in on the show as well, 555-8535. That's the number to call in if you have anything you want to say, anything you want to talk about. We're going to take a quick little break here, and we'll be right back with our next story. We'll see you in a moment there at Los Santos.
Stop me, never hit the ground.
Lincoln listeners, welcome back into the Larry Lincoln Show. I hope you enjoyed that little break. I know it was probably too long, but we're glad to have you back with us now. So jumping into our next story, we have this clip that was sent in actually from one of our viewers. They checked in with HIPAA laws, and they said that this was okay to air on the radio. This is, I don't know if you'll believe it, but this is a liberal going into a doctor appointment to try to figure out why he is the way he is. Let's take a listen in right here. Hold on. Come on now, Lucas. Let's get that video playing for the people. All right, here we are.
I'm late.
Yeah, no problem. Got it right here.
I read the file on the way over. Before we get into a clinical diagnosis, I think it's important that...
hold on, Lucas. Pause the video.
Images.
All right, so since you all can't see what I'm looking at here, I'll tell you what this man's looking at, and I'll tell you so you know, and then you can hear his reaction to it. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. First one is an American flag. Here's this man's reaction.
Patriotism is racism.
Yeah, you heard that right. Come on now.
How does this make you feel?
Next picture. Holy shit, we got gunshots outside the studio. Hold on real quick. Lucas, we all right? All right. Hey, gunshots are gone. Next picture, Larry Lincoln listeners. Woman in a bikini. All right, here we go.
Sexism.
Yeah, you heard that right. A bathing suit, of all things. Next picture, a bald eagle. Here we go.
Corporate greed.
You heard that right. That's a good old American bird.
Everything's gonna be just okay.
Now here's the big one. This is the last part of his diagnosis right here when they're trying to figure out what makes him feel a certain way. This picture's of a gun. All right, here we go.
Oh my God! Easy. Here. Hold on.
Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that right there, Los Santos. I've never heard such an insane thing in my 18 years of radio. Now, I don't know what's going on in this younger generation. Probably has to do with the universities, as we've talked about. But what is happening where they see just normal, everyday things, patriotic things, I'll have you, and they just lose their minds? I mean, the Second Amendment was done with the instigation and the signing of the American Constitution. Why is it such a scary thing? You know why? It's because of not only that left-wing media, but also those colleges they're going to. Now, I'm sure y'all know about that. If you've been listening to me a long time, there's a lot of things going on those campuses. Last week, we talked about how professors at the universities are indoctrinating our children in order to love avocado toast and go vegan, but also try to ban guns. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Larry Lincoln listeners, remember 555-8535 if you want to call in. If not, we hope you're enjoying listening to the show. We'll jump on into our next news story. Give me one moment here. All right, then. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, here we go. This one, it's not a real news story. Larry Lincoln listeners, hold on. We have a caller calling into the show. Let's go ahead and take that. Hello there. Welcome into the Larry Lincoln Show.
Larry, this is Beans the Clown.
Beans, how are you? Good to hear from you.
Well, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing as best as I can, living in a undemocratic, oppressed, and criminal-loving society. Goodness.
Too true. Well, you were just talking about colleges, and as someone who went to college, I thought I could maybe weigh in on this college thing a little bit.
Oh, great. Please go ahead.
So I went to clown college. They put me $40K in student debt, and all they taught me was how to slip on a banana peel and take a cream pie.
Really? Now, you don't mean what some of those kids are saying these days. Like, it wasn't something not appropriate for radio, right there, Beans?
What? No, it was just like a cream pie in the face.
Oh, good to hear. I didn't know what they were doing at those colleges. I almost about lost my mind on another tangent, but glad it was just the actual pie. Please go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, they said, well, we're going to set you up for a beautiful, future, a beautiful career. Here I am, $40K in student debt, none 40K. The wiser, none the richer. And police saying clownish things about me, police spitting at me. You know, I feel like I got ripped off here.
Yeah, you know, Beans, your story is one of many I've heard, and not only my time on radio, but just traveling around this country. The universities are ripping people off. Here's the thing I got to tell you, Beans. Are you doing okay now, or you still have that debt hanging over your head?
Oh, I still got the $40K in debt.
It's a damn shame, Beans, and I'm sorry to hear that you got to go through that. What I recommend, Beans, is you ever worked with your hands much, like with a hammer?
Sometimes I do a bit where I smash my foot with a hammer.
Okay. You know, Beans, what I like to tell my listeners is, you ever heard of trade school?
No.
All right, Beans. Now here's the thing. Trade school, it's a very, very underlooked and underloved way to go about schooling. So trade school is they bring you into one of those hard-working, using your hands professions such as electrician, carpentry, plumbers, even some construction jobs. And what they do is they bring you along with someone who's been doing the job for a long time, train you how to do the job, and then jump you right into working. And while you're learning, Beans, here's the best part. You're not paying. You're actually getting paid to learn.
Oh.
Now, I'm not saying give up your dreams on the clown gig. I think that's great. I think everyone in this country needs to follow their dreams, whatever it may be. I mean, that's the good old American promise, so don't get me wrong there, Beans. But if you want to find a way to help mitigate that debt on the side, I think some good, honest physical labor is the good way to go, especially nowadays. I mean, you probably see it all the time being out there talking to people. Some of these liberals and younger people, they don't even know how to do anything. They don't know how to change a light. They don't know how to fix their pipe under the sink. They don't know how to do absolutely anything around the house, and it's just going to keep going and going in that direction. So physical labor, that's a golden market right there.
Well, physical labor sounds like hard work, though.
Beans, it is. But hard work comes with hard money. If you're able to get that debt paid off, set yourself up free, and then go all in on the clown work, I'm just giving you good, honest advice as best I can right there.
Well, I'll write that down, Larry. I'll keep that in mind. That's You know what? That's more knowledge and more advice than college ever gave me. So thank you.
I'm not surprised. You know, college can teach you all these things, but when you get on out, you don't even know how to do your taxes still. Can you believe that?
Wait, you got to do taxes?
That's what I'm saying, Beans. That's what I'm saying. Yes, you do.
Oh, I should probably get on that, huh?
You know, that's what's great about this country. You have the right and choice to do whatever you like, Beans, but there are consequences, so watch out for those.
Huh. Well, I got to go look up a tax accountant, I guess, but I'll keep listening to your show, Larry. Thank you.
Something. No problem, Beans. Keep your head down. Keep working hard. I'm sorry that damn college screwed you over and stole your hard work and money to try to make something in your life. It's a damn shame these liberals promising all these things, but when it comes down to it, it's just fake promises with your money, Beans. That's a damn shame.
Too true.
Too true. Thanks for listening, Beans. Good to have you call in.
Yeah. You're having a great show so far. Keep it going.
Thank you very much, Beans. We'll jump in the next news story. You take care.
Yep, you too. Bye.
Take it easy. A good man, but an unfortunate situation. I mean, let's be honest. That's not just clown schools across this country. It's every single university. I mean, just last week I was at a university and I was speaking to a class and I asked, okay, let's raise your hands. Who's in engineering? Just a room full of, let's say about 100 people for ease of understanding. I'd probably say I could count on one hand, 5 people raised their hands for engineering. I said, okay. How about chemistry? You know, let's just throw it out there. 2 people. So now we're at 7 out of 100. And I said, okay, how about digital communications? 40 people in digital communications. I don't know what that means. And then I was like, okay, let's see. What kind of major could I think that a lot of these people might be doing? Who's doing philosophy? Damn right. All the rest of the people in attendance were doing philosophy, and all of them had ideas and ideologies that were going against American values. Believe it or not, I believe it all the time because I've seen it. I've lived it. I've been a part of it, and I've seen it firsthand how these universities are just changing the minds of the young people to go against everything this country was built on. It's a damn shame. So going into my next news story, it's not It's not actual news, but Larry Lincoln listeners, I know you'll enjoy it. It's just a little bit of fun. When me and Lucas were going over our last show and going over our ideas for this week's show, we had a little bit of fun with this one. So, study finds liberal tears could solve world water crisis. All the conservatives, yours included, Larry Lincoln, are urging all of you to stockpile for emergency use. I mean, that's got to be one of the best. Lucas, I see you over there. Everybody, Lucas wants you to know that was him. He came up with that because when we were looking at social media for little news bits and tidbits to talk about, we saw a lot of liberal tears. I mean, it just comes easy. It comes easy. You could say there's a dam on everyone's eye ducts or tear ducts, whatever it is, just holding the tears back. I don't think the liberals got one. I think it's just a free flowing stream whenever any sort of inconvenience comes their way. Any sort of inconvenience at all. All right, Larry Lincoln listeners, we got one more break coming in, and then we're going to round back out the show. We'll catch you in a few. Larry Lincoln listeners, welcome back to the show. Thanks for staying there, taking in that nice music and waiting for us to come back. I actually got a personal story for this next one. I'm sure you've all been up to Paleto, going up the left side freeway. What's that called? Let me take a look here. You know, I'm still getting to know the area. Great Ocean Highway. I'm sure y'all know where Great Ocean Highway is. So anyways, I was going up there to try to get some fishing in this afternoon, just kind of take a little bit of time to myself and maybe get to meet some of the Larry Lincoln listeners out there in the world, in the city. I did. I met a few. I met a nice man named Kai there. Good man. Good old patriot. Saw a lot of people carrying their guns on their hips. Good. It's nice to see the Second Amendment being used up there in Blaine. A much needed and much loved change from my time by the hotel and other places in this city. Ugh. As we said before at the start of the show and the other shows, shithole. And you know what it all comes down to is liberal run media, liberal run ideas. And it just needs to change. There's so many problems going around where it's like, oh, hold on, I'm so sorry. You actually robbed someone? Well, here's a $500 citation for your crime. You go ahead and go on your way. Oh, so sorry. You assaulted someone? Okay, you can go to jail for 10 months, then you're out walking free again. I mean, let's be honest, Los Santos. When we look about the punishments for the crimes in this city, I've never heard of years. Have you? Have you ever heard of someone going for years? Just remember that. They're only going for months. It's ridiculous. In my eyes, whoever's going to become the mayor or the next governor, I don't even know if they've made one yet since the assassination of the other governor. Whoever's going to be in charge of this fine city next needs to have the guts, the power, the leadership skills to make some changes that'll actually help this city. That's all I got to say on that. Anyways, back to my story. So I was up there fishing, and I saw a park ranger there at the end of the dock. And so I went to talk with her, and I was like, hey, how's it going there, miss? You know, Larry Lincoln, the Larry Lincoln Show. And she said, oh, Larry, good to see you. And I said, oh, hold on, miss. I'm married. You know, we got to make sure to throw that out there, Larry Lincoln listeners. I may have a face for radio, but I have the charisma of someone not having the face for radio. You know, it's an interesting combination. I'm sure you'll see me sometime. Anyways, so she told me that there's been some illegal shark fishing going on up there. Doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. I mean, why is it illegal to fish for sharks in the first place? I think the government's doing a lot of overreaching with stuff like that. I mean, why can't we fish for... Someone tell me a good reason. Call in if you know. But I don't think there's a good reason why you can't fish for sharks. Anyways, right now it's illegal. So she asked me if I could go take a look and see if there's any sharks that look like they've been had hooks in their mouths or any sort of injuries down there in the bottom of the little bay there by the fishing dock. Miller's Fishery, I think is what it's called. So I got some scuba gear on. I jumped on in there. It's a good thing I did that underwater oil rig mining for a few years back in the day. That really helped with my scuba diving here today. But I looked around for probably an hour, and I did not see anything. Yeah, I spent an hour down there. And let me tell you, it was murky, disgusting, full of trash. And when I looked out there on boats, you know what I saw? A bunch of liberals. Ugh. Almost made my skin crawl seeing them talk about all this stuff going on in nature, how everyone needs to have everything. I mean, we already got free healthcare in this city, free housing, free $500 when you come in. What else are these people trying to do? I mean, us hard-working Americans, we're just trying to make a living, and they're taking all of our damn money, and they're giving it for free to everyone else. It really roused me up. Really roused me up. You know how I get. It really roused me up. All right. Back to it. Anyways, I got out the water, and I said, what the hell's going on there, miss? And she said, well, Larry, what do you mean? You didn't see anything? No, I said, no, I didn't. I said, I spent an hour out there for shit. I said, next time you tell someone to do something, how about you try to figure it out for yourself first and do your damn job? Now, that's all. That's about right, isn't it? I mean, she's in her park ranger uniform coming down the dock looking for illegal shark fish, and she asked a citizen as myself to look. Now, I don't mind helping out the ladies. I don't mind helping out anybody, actually. As long as they're hard-working, red, white, and blue-blooded, eagle-loving, amendment-loving, Constitution-signed, believing, God-fearing citizens of this country. Now, amen to that, right? God bless. God bless to that. So, I was looking at the Life Invader when we were on that little break there, and I saw an interesting thing. Let me get back to it. Here. So, I don't know if you all are on Life Invader. I'm sure most of you are. I was looking, and there's a photo of a man standing on a missile in front of City Hall, and he says, "Hail Satan, amen," and he's pointing up to the sky. Now, Larry Lincoln listeners, we're all smart Americans here. We're all God-fearing Americans here. We believe in the Bible. We know that heaven's up and hell's down. So, riddle me this. Why is this man standing on a missile statue in front of City Hall saying, "Hail Satan," while pointing at the sky and taking a photo of himself? Any guesses? Any callers? Any callers want to take a guess? I'll leave it open. I'll leave it open for a minute. I'll put a timer on. Timer's going now. Boom. Mm-hmm. 20 seconds. And you takers. Anyone got any guesses why this man standing up on a missile, pointing at the sky and saying, "Hail Satan"? Nobody? Okay. 10 seconds. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, Larry Lincoln listeners, I'm sure y'all saying at the radio waiting for someone to call in. You're right. He's a liberal. Most definitely, he is a liberal. Oh, it's a shame out there, Larry Lincoln listeners. You know, I've talked to some good people, but I've also talked to a lot of bad and seen a lot of bad people. And I just hope there's a change sometime. I think one last thing we're going to do before we wrap up the show here is I saw an advertisement from, who was it? Here we go. A new bike sale and repair shop up in Harmony. Now that's a good old patriotic business up there in Harmony, away from the city. We're going to give them a call, see if they want to say a few words on the Larry Lincoln Show. All right, let's get that number right here. Hold on. $555. Okay. All right, here we go. We're calling them.
Hello?
Hello there, sir. How are you? Larry Lincoln, the Larry Lincoln Show. You're actually live on the radio right now.
Oh, really? That's exciting, old chap.
Oh, yes, sir. I wanted to give you a call because I couldn't help but notice me and my patriotic listeners, we love good old-fashioned family-run small businesses. And when I saw your advertisement out there in Harmony on Life Invader, I couldn't help but think to myself, I got to help promote this business. So how are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic, old chap. Thanks so much for reaching out. Really do appreciate your time.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. Could I get your name for myself and the listeners?
Dylan Dankworth.
Dylan Dankworth. Now, that's a fine name, fine name. Dylan, how's the business going? How are things up there in Harmony?
I'm not up in Harmony, old chap, on Del Perro Boulevard, just above
Del
the
Perro
Bahama
Boulevard.
Mamas.
Let's see
Yeah,
here.
just above Bahama Mamas, old chap.
Wait, hold on a second. I swear I saw this number here. Oh, Hayes. Oh, I got the wrong one. Well, we got Hayes on the phone. Why not give you a chat? So, how is the city life from a mechanic shop standpoint?
Well, there's a little bit of competition, old chap, but we're taking over. Got a really good group of people.
Taking over, huh?
Hard workers. Oh, yes, old chap.
Okay, okay. Well, it was Dylan, right?
That's right, old boy.
All right. So, Dylan, you're not out in the country like I was thinking, but being in the city, if you want to win over the listeners here, if you want to have some more customers come on down from their homes up there in Blaine, Grapeseed, Paleto, Sandy, they like to stay up there because of the craziness of the city. I mean, the crime, the drugs, it's crazy down there. How safe would Hayes be for my listeners?
That's a great thing about Hayes, because you come straight off that ocean highway, straight off, up to Hayes, get your work done, turn back round, straight back up to Blaine's County. No fuss, no muss.
And
Close.
Go ahead.
No, that's it, old chap, yes.
All right. One other thing, when it comes to my listeners, being true American patriots, love the country, love the Constitution, founding fathers, everything this place stands for, we've been seeing a sharp decline of true American values. I mean, we see people going to college all the time. We see all the young people downtown. All they do is do drugs, live off stimulus checks, live with their parents till they're 50, and they don't contribute anything to society. Does Hayes believe in the true American values of this country, or what is Hayes' stance on those things?
Yes, Hayes embraces the true American values. Hard work.
Uh-huh.
The American dream, old chap.
Damn
Work hard
right.
enough, you make your dreams come true, old boy.
Damn right. I mean, that's an amen to that one, and God bless, because I've seen many people, especially from my show, even people I knew growing up, even myself included, coming from nothing, able to make something for yourself through grit, determination, and a God-fearing belief. Ain't that right?
Amen. Amen, old chap.
Amen to that. Well, Dylan, thank you for your time. Larry Lincoln listeners, Hayes Auto with Dylan Dankworth, right?
That's right, old boy.
Dylan Dankworth, he seems like a good fellow. I say we give him a shot. Dylan, thanks for the time. Thanks for giving me this chance here to talk with you and get your name out there to the listeners. We hope to have you come on the show or take a listen to the show. We'd love to have you as another listener. The Larry Lincoln Show on Life Invader, all right?
All right, you've got a new listener here, Larry. Take care, old chap.
All right, Dylan, take it easy. Well, good man, good man. Now, let's see if that Harmony one's there. I thought for sure that was the Harmony one, but hey, that was a good man. I'm glad we gave him a call. Let's see if Harmony's going on here. Here it is. Wait. That's their grand opening this Saturday, 6/22. Hayes, Harmony. Where are you? Here you go. 554-3092. 554-3092. All right, let's see if they're around. Give them a good old honest chat.
Howdy. Miller Douglas Marks Repair. What can we do for you?
Oh my goodness. Hello there. How are you? Larry Lincoln, the Larry Lincoln Show, live on air. Good to have you on.
Live on air?
That's right. You're on the show. Say hello.
Oh, hello, everybody. Hello. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan.
Really?
I am, yeah.
Oh, great. Well, I'm glad I gave you a call then, because when I was looking through Life Invader, I saw you're up in Harmony, and I liked the small business feel you were coming from, and that's what we need more of in this country. So I thought I'd give you a call.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Larry. I really do. We have you, believe it or not, we actually have your show playing in our shop.
Really?
Whenever a new bit drops, yeah.
Oh,
tradition
my
of ours,
goodness. Now, that is an absolute lovely thing to hear. Larry Lincoln listeners, sorry to say, but Dylan, you're okay. We just talked to another guy earlier. Dylan, you're all right, but what was your name again, sir?
Samson,
it is nice to talk to a true red, white, and blue-blooded, Constitution-believing, God-fearing man such as yourself.
Hey, man, I've lived in this country for 10 years now, and I've never looked back.
God bless. Where'd you come in from?
Australia.
Goodness. They took all your guns away.
I got out of there before they did that.
Okay, that's good. Were you able to keep them? Take them with you?
Was I? Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, I thought so.
I got new ones here.
There you go. Hey, Larry Lincoln listeners, just to tell you, that's what could happen if we let this government keep going the way it is. I mean, Samson, I'll tell you, 40% of our income going to a government that's $23 trillion in debt. All of our taxes here for the city going to free housing, free healthcare, and $500 free dollars for all these newcomers who are only doing things such as committing crime, drugs, and killing our people?
Wait, did I just hear you correctly? That all of that's true?
It's 100% true.
God damn it.
And one of the worst parts of all, Samson, is I heard from someone who told me that they are banning, it's actually illegal to own a double-barrel shotgun right now in the city. I don't know if that's true.
Wait.
That's what I heard.
We'll come up here to the county and try to take that away from me.
That's damn... Samson, amen to that. God bless you there. God bless you there. We need more people. Larry Lincoln listeners, this is the man right here I think we've been looking to try to find the city. Someone who believes as we do, someone who has the same values as we do. Now, Samson, I got to ask you one more thing.
Sure, anything, Larry.
All right. So... how long you lived here again in Los Santos? I know you've been in the country for 10 years, but how long you lived in Los Santos?
It's been about a year and a half.
Year and a half, okay. So in your year and a half, have you noticed what the things we talked about? Have you noticed it's always been like that, or is that new?
Well, I mean, let me just tell you one thing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, in the recent, I don't know, past month or so, just in the shop here, in Harmony, just right across the street, I see at least 10 times a day people just breaking into those fucking ATMs right across the street, and the cops don't do shit. People turning over that liquor store right across the street. That poor guy gets robbed every fucking day, and he can't do anything about it. The cops don't do shit. They don't come.
You know, those are the moments where I'm at least glad we have the Castle Doctrine. You familiar with that?
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that man can get himself a gun, use his Second Amendment right, and defend himself, because from what I've seen in my few interactions with the police, we even had one on the show last week. You might have heard Officer Vasquez saying that the hotel is used as a training ground for cadets, and that's why they haven't locked down the crime there yet. Can you believe that?
Training ground for what kind of fucking 1984 experiment is that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I've tried to reach out to the police for comment, and as you expect, no comment.
It's just criminal, Larry.
It's criminal. And the sad thing is, with the government being as powerful as it is in this day and age, because of everyone trying to go into this liberal agenda, go into all these liberal universities, my listeners love this, I'm sure you do too, Samson, indoctrinated with all these ideologies that mean nothing. True. I mean, just last week, I was looking at this news article, and this woman who just came out of college, she graduated in plant studies, botany, I think they call it. She studied in botany psychology. She studied the plants, realized that they have feelings, and is now hosting a protest of salad sales, like lettuce. They're protesting lettuce because they believe it has feelings. Now, what the hell?
Well, what are these, Larry, my question to you is, what are these goddamn vegetarians going to eat now?
I don't think they're going to be able to eat anything.
What are they going to...
I don't know. Wait, people? No, I hope not. A good thing I got a gun, if that's the case. Good thing. Amen to that. Well, Samson, hey, since I got you on the line, is there anything you want to tell the listeners about your shop?
About the shop?
Yeah, like anything you want to leave them with, anything they can come there for, something like that.
Well, yeah, I can say that we provide every service that every normal shop does in the state of Los Santos. We just got new custom brakes in as well, so that's something to look forward to. I believe they are the cheapest in the state right now. I could be wrong, but that is a thing. Another thing, though, is that we are having a grand opening event on Saturday at 9:30 Eastern. So this Saturday, 6:22.
Hey, Samson, I'll be there.
Yep.
I'll be there, Samson.
We'd be honored to have you here, Larry.
I'll be there for sure. I'll be there for sure. Larry Lincoln listeners, you better be there too. All right? Go ahead.
Well, Larry, I was going to say, I greatly appreciate you calling me. It's really touched me. And if my mate Rockwell were around, I would have put him on speakerphone and had him around. We're just two homegrown county businessmen just trying to make it out here.
Oh, most definitely. You know, I won't take too much of your time with this, but I want to kind of float it so you can think on it till we talk again there, Samson. But your business and what you've said to me here on the phone, not only to myself, but to my listeners, it's really inspired me. It's really hit something deep within my core. I came from a small town in the Midwest, and I started off working at 5 years old, husking corn every summer just to make a living. They'd bus us out there, and I'd work for 10, 12 hours a day. And just hearing that you're putting in the time and the effort, not only to make a successful business, but you're out there in the community with the community and making it better. It's absolutely lovely. I would love to talk about maybe a partnership between your business and the radio show, and you becoming the official shop of the Larry Lincoln Show.
Well, Larry, we would be absolutely honored. We can talk more about it later, but
most definitely.
We'd be honored, Larry.
God bless you there, Samson. It was great to have you on the show, and I will definitely see you on Saturday. You take care.
Hey, God bless Larry.
Stay safe out there, Samson. Hopefully this city can get turned around from this liberal agenda.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm. All right. See you later. Oh, God bless him. Now, that was an absolute lovely, engaging, and down-to-earth conversation that I haven't had in a long time. A long time. I mean, last week I'm the officer on, I thought I was in Looney Tunes land. I'll say right now, I honestly thought I was in a cartoon. Whew. Well, Larry Lincoln listeners, that's the show today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming in. And thank you for being a part of the honestly provocative talk radio that this city needs. One day at a time, one show at a time, one connection at a time, we'll come together as a community and we'll get this city back to what it needs to be. A true American, patriotic, nation-loving, God-fearing, Bible-thumping, red, white, and blue bleeding American Los Santos. Now, I'll say that again, American Los Santos, right? I mean, we've talked about it enough. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Larry Lincoln listeners, have a blessed evening. God bless you. Have a great day. And you better come to that grand opening, okay? Grand opening on Saturday. You can see it on Life Invader. I saw it there too. Take care. Stay safe. If you don't have a gun yet, use your Second Amendment rights and get one. I mean, you heard him. There's tons of robberies going on. I don't want any of you to be victims. Remember, you can always call. You can always text the show. You can always submit any topics, a comment to me, type to me on Life Invader, The Larry Lincoln Show. We'll see you next time. Take care. God bless.